the Middle East is having now three problems, not one. One is the struggle between the Iranians and the rest of the countries. The Iranians simply want to control the Middle East religiously. They have,
and otherwise, right?
They have religious colonial ambitions. Mm-hmm. And the states are not happy with it. The Arab states, not only us. They don't want to come again under the spell of the Iranians.
Right.
The second is between a generation that doesn't want to enter modern age. And the generation that understands you have to. The generation that refuses to enter the modern age is also employing terror. They think they can stop the march of history, which is nonsense. It's being expressed in many ways, not only in the attitudes between different countries or religions, but also the internal social structure of fabric. For example, the greatest achievement, in my judgment, in the 20th century was the liberation of women. If you don't liberate women, you cannot have a modern age. If women are not equal, children are not equal. They're not being educated. They're not being prepared. So these are the three struggles. Iran religiously vis-a-vis Arab states, A generation vis-a-vis modernity, and the territorial conflict between us and the Palestinians. Wow. And they're interwoven, and one affects the other, and maybe they have the same solutions too.
What about Ahmadinejad? I mean, you once upon a time in your youth created the arms complex here, the arms industry here, maybe even Dimona, and now he's saying that he's going to... arms
industry. We have a nuclear reactor, which is a different story. But...
Right, and say you created enough...
No, there are two things. We never said we are going to wipe up anybody from the map.
That's true.
Who is threatening Iran?
I've never heard of any member country of the United States saying
but they have. They say they want to wipe up Israel.
Exactly.
So it's not the problem of the nuclear capacity, but the political intention.
What do you think about that?
I think it's terrible. I think today Ahmadinejad, more and more, is becoming a problem for the world, not only for Israel. Because the combination of terror, of fanatic orientation and rhetoric, and the nuclear bomb, and dangers, every country and every place. It's ballistic and they have long-range missiles. The world may become ungovernable.
Yeah.
So sooner or later they will wake up, they don't have a choice. The idea that
the world will wake up, you mean?
Pardon?
You mean the world will wake up?
The world, yes, sure. I'm sure the world cannot stand it. And sooner or later they'll take the necessary measures, which don't have to be necessarily military. I think you can do it by economic sanctions too. If you will have a policy. You see, NATO was organized against an enemy.
Correct.
Now NATO has to face dangers, not enemies. Because Russia is not the problem of today. It is the nuclear capacity of Iran which is a problem. So you have to get yourself organized vis-a-vis another challenge.